Hey everyone. Have you already noticed how everyone is looking at Alex Pereira like history is already waiting for him? The power, the aura, the size, the heavyweight move, the idea of becoming something MMA has never really seen before. It all makes Pereira feel like the main character of this fight. But that might be exactly why people are underrating Ciryl Gane. Because Gane is not the kind of heavyweight who stands there and lets a striker build his perfect moment. He moves, he resets, he frustrates, he makes big men carry their weight, chase distance, miss by inches, and slowly realize the knockout is further away than it looked. And that is the problem with Pereira at heavyweight. Size comes with a cost. More weight can mean more power, but it can also mean slower feet, heavier breathing, and less freedom over 5 rounds. Against the wrong opponent, that extra size becomes a weapon. Against Gane, it might become a tax. Pereira can absolutely win this fight with one shot. That part is real, but if he cannot trap Gane early, if the new body slows him down, and if Gane turns this into a long, frustrating heavyweight chess match, then the scariest thing in this fight might not be Pereira's power. It might be how quickly Gane makes that power feel useless. Alex Pereira moving to heavyweight sounds terrifying. The left hook, the leg kicks, the fact that he has already become champion in 2 UFC divisions, it all makes the story feel obvious. Pereira goes up, touches a heavyweight, and becomes something historic. But that might be the trap. Because heavyweight is not just light heavyweight with bigger bodies. It is a different kind of problem. The distance is different, the clinch is different, the weight is different, the fatigue is different. And again, Ciryl Gane, Pereira is not fighting some slow heavyweight who stands still and waits to be hit. He is fighting one of the few heavyweights who can make size feel like a burden. That is why Gane should probably be viewed as the favorite. Not because Pereira cannot knock him out. He absolutely can. Not because Gane is flawless. He is not. But because this matchup asks Pereira to prove several things at once, and most of those questions favor Gane. The first question is Pereira's body. Pereira looks bigger now, and for most fans, that makes him look scarier. More muscle, more weight, more heavyweight presence. But in MMA, bigger is not always better. Sometimes added size gives you power and strength, but takes away the exact things that made you dangerous in the first place: speed, rhythm, footwork, cardio, and the ability to stay sharp over time. Now let's dive into Pereira's archetype of a fighter. Pereira's best version was never just a big puncher. That is too simple. His danger came from timing, calmness, leg kicks, distance control, and the ability to punish small mistakes. He did not need to throw wild, he made opponents freeze, then made them pay when they reacted wrong. But carrying more weight can change how that game works. If the feet are slower, if the reactions are slightly delayed, if the gas tank burns faster, then the whole system becomes more expensive. And Gane is exactly the kind of fighter who makes a heavier body feel expensive. He moves well for a heavyweight, he changes stance, he uses long kicks, he circles, he resets, he does not always give opponents the kind of clean planted exchanges they want. We saw that on Teja Aspinall fight. I personally thought he was going to run through him, but Gane was making it a actually competitive fight. That matters because Pereira is at his most dangerous when opponents stand in front of him long enough for him to build reads. Gane's job is to deny that comfort, make Pereira turn, make him reset, make him follow, make him kick from too far away, make him punch without his feet fully set. Make the bigger version of Pereira carry that weight for every minute of the fight. That is the hidden danger of this matchup. Pereira's physique may look more intimidating, but Gane's style is built to test whether that new size actually helps. If Pereira is stronger in the clinch, that matters. If his power carries up, that matters. But if the new body makes him more flat-footed, more tired, or less fluid, then the added size becomes a tax. Gane does not need to win with one dramatic moment. He can win by making the fight annoying, by touching and leaving, by kicking the body, by forcing Pereira to reset, by making him miss just enough, by turning the fight into a slow accumulation of frustration. That may sound boring, but boring can be dangerous. That is one of the reasons people underrate Gane. He does not always fight with the emotional violence fans want from heavyweights. He is not built like Justin Gaethje. He is not trying to give people chaos. He is trying to make big men look uncomfortable, and at heavyweight, that is rare. Most heavyweights cannot move like that for long. Gane can. The second reason Gane should be favored is experience at heavyweight. Pereira may be the bigger story, but Gane has lived in this division. He knows what heavyweight feels like across rounds. He knows how these bodies move, how they clinch, how they slow down, how one mistake can change everything. Pereira has fought elite men, but not elite heavyweights in MMA. That difference matters. Moving up is not just about making the weight, it is about how your tools translate when the opponent is naturally bigger. Pereira has been the terrifying presence in lower divisions because his size, length, and power felt unfair, combined with elite striking skills. At heavyweight, some of those advantages shrink. Gane is also tall, Gane is also long. Gane is used to dealing with heavyweight force. Pereira may still hit harder than almost everyone, but the physical gap is not the same as it was before. That changes the psychology of the fight. At middleweight and light heavyweight, opponents often looked like they felt Pereira's danger before he even threw. They reacted to the aura, they respected the left hook, they feared the leg kicks. They knew one wrong step could end the night. But Gane is not walking into a strange new physical reality. He has fought massive heavyweights before. He has dealt with size before. He has dealt with power before. The question is whether Pereira's aura follows him up. I'm not saying that Gane is for sure going to win. I think that he worst version of Gane loses this fight by being too passive. That has to be said. If he circles without making Pereira pay, he gives Pereira time. If he lets Pereira walk him down without consequence, the leg kicks start building. If he waits too long, the fight becomes a hunt. And against Pereira, being hunted is a terrible idea. But the best version of Gane can make Pereira look frustrated. He can make him follow, he can make him miss. He can win minutes without giving away moments. And in a 5 round fight, that is huge. Pereira's path is obvious and terrifying. Hurt the legs, trap Gane near the fence, make him react to feints, then land the shot that changes everything. Pereira is one of the best combat sports strikers alive, and heavyweight power only makes that more dangerous. But Gane's path may be more sustainable. He does not need one perfect moment. He needs discipline repeated over time. He needs to make Pereira's size work against him. He needs to keep the fight moving. He needs to turn Pereira's heavyweight transformation into a cardio and mobility question. That is why Gane should be the favorite, not by a huge margin. Not because Pereira cannot win, but because the matchup gives Gane more ways to stretch the fight into his world. Movement, pace, range, clinch threat, heavyweight experience, 5 round comfort, those things matter more than the highlight reel story. If you saw the video up until now and enjoyed it, make sure to like and subscribe the channel to stay tuned. It will be greatly appreciated. Peace.